Have you ever felt that you wish you had more time to focus on the things in life that really mattered? You spend so much of your time repeating tasks over and over again before even getting to the starting point of what that thing that you're trying to do actually is. And when you get there, sometimes you're so tired from all of that pre-work that you don't actually even start the thing that you set out to do. That is the basis behind everything that I've been focused on. I call it giving people superpowers so they can focus on their genius tasks. Don't waste your time anymore. There are so many tools out there that allow you to automate these tasks and will give you back hours, if not days of your time to do the things that really matter to you. Now, if you feel like this is you, you've come to the right place. Now just remember, if you like this video, don't hesitate to click that subscribe button, and remember to head over to my AI toolbox so you can always stay updated on everything that has to do with AI. Okay, so with the rise of AI technology, focus has been put on no-code tools that will allow you to automate these pesky, repetitive tasks. Automation isn't about working less, and it also isn't about replacing employees with automations. It's much more about focusing creative or business-minded people on the real tasks that improve business or allow for creative endeavors to actually happen. Some of these no-code automation tools include Zapier or Make.com, and even Bardeen is a newer one out there. Zapier is one that has just been around for the longest and is connected to the most amount of apps, so you can do the most amount of things between different applications, but it might be getting a little bit more expensive than some of the other ones. While Make has really focused on being the most flexible, with the automations being as easy as possible and allow you to do as much as you can with them. Now, I'm not going to lie and say these automations and making these automations are incredibly easy to do and learn, but the learning curve is much less than learning how to code, right? And I plan on doing many automation videos and also giving out templates to help with the most repetitive tasks. All of these sites also give you templates for you to experience. Now let's just jump into Zapier to show you a little bit of what I'm talking about. So if you look at their interface, this is what it looks like. You can actually just ask it to do a zap for you. That's what they call them. And it actually works with AI to create the structure of what you're actually looking for. Now, but if you look here, it says recommended for you and different ways you can do. Save a new Google attachment to Google Drive, set email notifications or send follow-up to new Typeform respondents, generate Google Calendar events from new Google Sheet rows. So when you import something in a Google row, you can generate a calendar event. Get Slack notifications from when somebody enters something into like a Typeform. Share your new Instagram post to your Facebook page so it automatically does that. You don't actually have to do that. There's so many things. Send emails via Gmail when Google Sheet rows are updated. That's something that I just did recently, and I might show you a little bit in this video. Now, the real goal with automation is to ask yourself, okay, if this happens, then I want that to happen. You create a trigger event that will trigger an action to happen. Now, a lot of these times I will focus on the endpoint first. So what it is that I really want to happen, and then I will work backwards, right? And it also really helps to just think in natural language. And then you can go back and figure out, okay, well, how do I originally get to this task without automation? And then what steps can I put in the way to help me there? Here's an example I have heard a lot of in sales, marketing, advertising, well, basically any business, really. I have to send a ton of very similar emails out, but they have to have slightly different information and go to different people. I also don't want it to feel like a form letter, so I want to say something specific to each of the people directly in the email. Now, I also don't want it to send it directly to them without approving it first, because I'm paranoid like that and it won't come out right, and that's my reputation. Easy enough. What you do is you set up a Zap on Zapier. You have it connect to a database. I will use Google Sheets. In the Google Sheet, you're going to label it however it is you want, but just know when you head over to Zapier, it is going to grab that information, later and map it to the areas in the email where you want to use that dynamic data. In Zapier, it will ask it to watch for updated rows in your Google Sheet. So every time that you update a row in that Google Sheet, it will start and trigger that action to happen. You can make it instant, or you can make it when you want to run it. Now, this becomes very important because it does cost money to run these automations, and you don't want to let them get away from you, because then it will just someday just charge you a lot of money and you won't even see that coming. It will see that you updated that row, and then it will have it draft an email. So you update a row, and then the action is when this row is updated, draft an email. And then in that email, you'll be able to say to whom, and then I put a column in my Excel sheet, to whom, and in the to whom column, and I mapped it to that. And the subject, it can make it whatever you want. You can make it dynamic from your sheet, so you can pull that information. If you want it to be blanks something, you could put the name of the person, and then you could put an apostrophe S in the subject line and then continue it. So it takes the dynamic data from that column of who it's going to go to or what it's going to be about, and then you can add to it. Now, if I want, I can make a special note column as well, where you can then grab that note, that specific note to the specific person, and it can dynamically go into the body of the email along with the rest of the email that you want to be pretty standard. You can even include an attachment, and I could put it in the column to the right that says attachment, and then that can be pulled in to this file, right? It can grab that and pull the JPEG or a PDF and have it attach it to the email. Once everything is linked, and then you have all the dynamic data placed, you can have it save that email to your drafts in your Gmail if you don't want it to go out directly. Or you can even send it to yourself before you then forward it to somebody else. Or you can have it go to the final delivery as well. These can be set up however you like. This is just one case. There are so many ideas and ways you can utilize these automations. I suggest drawing out a mind map that will really help you guide yourself exactly where it is you want to go. And it's pretty easy to figure out the apps you can use and the way to connect them to the different applications. There are tons of places and people like myself who you can also hire to get these up and going for you as well if you just want to simplify your life. But either way, it will give you so much of your time back, and the amount you will get done after that is remarkable. What are some of the things that you'd like to automate? Leave it in the comments below. If I get some time, then maybe I'll choose a few of the top ones and drop them in my AI toolbox, and you can just use them. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'm looking forward to see what you guys come up with.